Repeat after me. It's not my job to fix rideshare. It is not my job to fix rideshare. It is not my job to fix rideshare. Namaste. Now let's go.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck.
We are in our perch again this morning. I know it's a little confusing what I'm doing, but because of what's going on with Uber now with the Model Y, we now have officially 169 days in a wake up before January 15th, 2026 hits. And according to, Uber's own little blog post there, that's the date the Model Y will come off premiere. And let me tell you something. This is just how I feel about it. Them taking the Model Y off premiere status after begging drivers to get Teslas and doing all the incentives, and Lyft's already pulled the move. But Lyft is what Lyft is, man. They're the Dollar General rideshare. I've been saying that for years. But for Uber to do it, it's petty, it's bullshit. When you look at the different cars that are still allowed to be premier cars, like the Acura TX, are you kidding me? Chrysler 300, are you kidding me? The BMW 5 Series, it's the difference between simplistic, modern, and minimalist. It's a different animal, man. And so whatever, people are entitled to do what they want. It's their companies. So if that's what they're going to do, then you know what? We got 169 days to our exit. That's the goal now. I mean, if I ever needed more push to get out of rideshare, Uber just gave it to me. Yeah. It's unfair, and it's absolutely targeted prejudice. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, it is 9:44, right? I just dropped off the VIP. I got into my perch. Let's get the app on. We're going to put on Premiere only right now. And that's what we're going to have on, because when we trade, we trade. That's what we do. We trade. So as you can see, okay, I got the chart there with the orb. We're going to work the 15-minute orb. We got this here ready to go. All right, so as you can see, the first 15 minutes, we really got nothing going on here. So now we just hit 10 a.m., and that can open us up to a 30-minute orb and bring us into a different strategy for a 5-minute time frame trade. So I had looked at this fair value gap right here that formed after it broke back in. It failed to break out above the 15-minute opening range. And I was waiting to see if this would have came back into this red fair value gap, this bearish fair value gap, but it never came back for confirmation. So I couldn't take the trade. Again, this is on the 1-minute time frame on the NASDAQ. So I didn't take the trade, but that would have been the trade. It would have been a decent trade. We'd have already been 1-to-1 at least on that. So, it would have been, $400 risk for $1,000 gain. So we'd have been somewhere around $450, $500 at this moment. Could have, got out of the trade, took the profits, called it a day, packed it up for the next day. There's no need, when it comes to trading, there's no need to be greedy, man. Greedy will get you killed. It'll absolutely ruin your day and cost you a ton of money. But like I said yesterday, I'm extremely cautious. I'm looking for some kind of confirmation to my edge. So right now we're in a 30-minute orb now. We're going to switch over to the 5-minute time frame. And what we're looking for here, I'm looking for it to come down to reach the bottom, right? Reach the bottom, reverse back up, give me a fair value gap, going back to the upside. Big difference today, FOMC at 2 o'clock. Fed interest rate decision. It's got the market all jacked up. Would not be surprised if I didn't take a trade at all. All right, not a good day trading today. Got impatient. Thought the trade was good. We were going for a short right here off this bounce, you can see. We're going for a short off this bounce. and then automatically it just reversed, got up there to my stop loss. I was trading heavy today because I wanted to make it a quick day. And instead of waiting on my strategy, I kind of risked it a little bit today. So I hit my daily stop loss of $1,200. So we are down today in the market, $1,288, as you can see there. No big deal. Tomorrow's another day. Good thing this is an eval and not my live funded, because there is no way I'm trading my live funded account today on FOMC date. No, that's just stupid. You know, one of the other things that I've been struggling with is trying to keep this weight off. I'm running right around 220, 222, and then having, you know, the health issue that I've had. So we spend way too much time sitting in these damn cars, man. I mean, look, that seat becomes your worst enemy as an Uber driver. It is your worst enemy. So, you know, if you got the watch or you got your phone, set a stop alarm or whatever, every hour, man, get your ass out of the car. One of the simple things you can do, right, is to get those calf muscles working and get the body circulating blood, is just do toe raises. And when you do your toe raises, you're going to get up on your toes and you're going to push down without letting your heels hit the ground. You do like 20 of those. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You can do those, right? My alarm just said, great. You know, my phone just said, great. We just did some work. And then you can get your hands here and get in here and do some squats, man. Just sit down. Don't go all the way down. Just sit down and then feel your legs working, tightening up your abdomen and your core. 1, 2. You want to push yourself up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's it. Just get up and move that blood around, because we ain't getting no rides. That means my ass is just sitting here doing nothing. All right, so real quick, 30-minute orb, which we got up, we came back down, we finally set a fair value gap, right, from the way down. We went ahead, we jumped in this trade here. Now, this is just a paper trading trade. I told you I'm not trading no more. I've already hit my stop loss on my eval, but this is a trade that I would have set up and waited for. And so now we're going to see if this trade plays out on the 5. We're risking $370 to win $620. So I will come back and let you know how this trade played out. Side note, still only got 1 trip radar request, which got snapped up really quick. We are online now, what, almost an hour and a half? Nothing yet. Nothing. All right, so I know it's probably hard to see. The 1-to-1 would have been right here. This was the original 2-to-1. Well, 1.8 to 1. Let's see what it would have been. 1.5 to 1. Here's the 1-to-1. This trade lost, but I would have moved my stop loss way before, especially when we got down into this area, right? As soon as I would have saw that equal lows, I would have moved my stop loss down, took the profit, and then just worried about maybe looking at the trade to either get back in it or set up for the next trade. One of the habits that I have is that I'm good at moving my stop loss, taking a trade when it starts looking choppy or the momentum starts to slow. I would much rather have 10 trades at 10% profit than 1 trade at, you know, minus $500. That's just the way I trade. I believe profit is profit. See profit, take profit. Still no rides on Uber, man. Nothing on Uber yet. Only had the 1 trip radar. That was yesterday. We look at today's date. Can't even show you how many hours I got on, but we're on a couple of hours already. Yeah. It's like everybody's on strike. Nobody's taking Ubers. All right, so as you can see, I decided to charge. I didn't need to. I was at like 38%. I just said to hell with it. Might as well just charge up. Getting no requests. So far, I've gotten 2 trip radars. And that has been it. So the other thing too is went and got a pub sub since it's by the Chargers. And we're going to stack this away. So we'll stack this away into the cooler, because you know I carry a cooler. Did I ever show y'all my cooler? That was my daddy's. That's my old school cooler. You know, you almost got to carry a cooler nowadays in order to save the money. Keep the money going right. Put the vacuum back. Almost done charging here. Decided to take it since I was already at like 38% charge. Decided to take it to 90%. I gotta be honest with you though. It's starting to look like a busted day. Like this day might be not good for driving. Not good for trading, not good for driving. What the fuck? All right, so y'all ain't gonna believe what I just did. But the lack of ride requests out here, I opened up Lyft. Not gonna lie, I opened up Lyft. This is what I see. It's what I see on Lyft. Little 10% turbo. Try to pick up $1.50 or $1.25 or $2. Whatever. Let's see how bad regular Lyft rides are. All right, so we're finally on the board. You know, as soon as I turned on Lyft, fucking Uber sends me a $4.76 UberX Priority. Now, I thought about it for a second, but I took it because it was only like 2 miles for $4.76. I picked the guy up. He was right there. Took him down the street. Guy threw me a $5 tip, so it turned into a $9.76 ride. So I am officially a rideshare driver today making money. Problem is, I've been out here and online since 10 goddamn o'clock this morning. It is now 13:52 for my military personnel, if y'all don't know. It's damn near 2 o'clock. 4 hours, 2 trip radars. I did get 2 direct requests. The one was the UberX, and then after that was a Comfort for like $11 for 23 minutes, but I blindly accepted it because I was happy to see a ride, which is what they want us to do when they do the whack-a-mole, whatever bullshit with the trip radars. But then I looked, the rider rating was 466. Sorry, cancel, unsafe to pick up. If you are under a 470, you are not safe to pick up. And I'll die on that hill, take that shit to court. Anyway, I'm sitting here with Eddie. Eddie, say hello, Eddie.
You good?
See, he's on the phone. We're talking. You see, I got the Lyft app open, but it's not on. I'm not turning that. It did send me a ride. I got Lyft. You did send me a ride. A whopping $6.21. It was going to be like a $18 an hour ride, but I already had the X ride. So sorry, you came in right after that. We're waiting to see what the Fed chair, is he going to drop the interest rates? This affects everybody, bro. This affects not only the wealthy people, the big businesses that lend money, but it affects you and me, the little guy down here, because this is whether we can afford to buy a home or not, meaning interest rate wise. Are our credit card bills going to come down because interest rates get reduced? Is money going to be cheaper to borrow while making it cheaper for banks to lend? And if you're stuck in a shitty mortgage, you know, interest rates come down, car interest rate loans come down, housing interest rates come, you can refinance, you can do whatever you need to do as long as you're in a position to do it. That we're going to find out in 6 minutes. We're going to watch this market. But we already know. Listen, I hit my stop loss for today. Finally picked up a decent ride. It's actually a Premier reservation. Now I just got to hope it holds to pick up at 4:30, 2 hours from now. $63 Premier going from West Parkland to Fort Lauderdale Airport, which is, the timing is good. The timing is good. It works, the timing. So we will see how that goes. By the way, that's Trent now. You know, as soon as I start recording, that's when everybody starts doing their thing. You know, they start sending the text, Trent, I see you there, buddy. I see you. We'll get back to you in a few. Other than that, I just cannot get over how quiet it has been today. Like this is, and I've gone different areas of the county. Now, granted, it's a Wednesday. It's a middle of the week. It's the slowest travel day of the week. Yada, yada. I get all that. But even with X Priority on being that slow. All right, so we're here for our 430 RSVP 63 going to FLL. We did get one ride before then, a little $12 Premier ride. So we're at $22 right now. I did charge earlier, and that was $14. So we're at $64 on expenses today, not counting time. Like today was really, really, really slow. You're looking at 3 trips right now, and we're going to see if we get rematch coming back out of the airport or not. If not, I got to make my way back up to Boca, got to pick up the VIP. And then I got to talk to Steve and see if we're going to run the show tonight or not. If we do, it's not going to be a long show. If we don't, it's just because he's working and, things happen. So, all right, so we're going to recap the day now. I am done for the day. I am now charging again because I burnt up some electricity. But I wanted to show you something. If you guys got Teslas, right? If you see this little icon in your section here, you see that? Just tap on that, and that brings us up. And this will show you since last charge or current drive, whatever you want to do. I do it since last charge, where your electricity is going to. And it's hot as balls out here, man. We're running 100, 110. So if you look here, you will see driving was only 31% of my energy consumption. Climate, 21%. That is huge. When it's hot like this, this is what tends to happen. In the hot, hot months or in the cold, cold months, you're going to charge more than you normally would. Today, we sat around a lot. We only got 3 rides in today for the, 85-25. That's what we made today. 7.5 hours online. I know somebody asked about that earlier. And then trips, right? I did 110 miles in distance, right? On the whole day. That's coming here, working, and doing what I'm doing now. The downside to that is I'm not making $1 a mile for my full extent of the day. And I just deadheaded all the way up because I didn't get rematched out of the airport after that Premier trip. So, and there was a lot of traffic, and I need to be where I need to be. I guess my point is if you can be available all you want, and they can talk their nonsense about Premier not being good for Model Ys, whatever. Dude, we got 2 Premier trips yesterday. We got 2 more Premier trips today. This is the money they're talking about taking away from the Model Y drivers. Those of us that went out and got the Model Ys. Somebody said to me, I don't know how factual it is. I'll do a little research, right? But 20-something% of all Premier rides done by Uber, they're in a Tesla, whether it's the Model 3 or the Model Y. They're in a Tesla. So while everybody who doesn't own a Model Y, you guys and ladies might be rejoicing, but you SUVs, when the season's in and busy's, you're not going to do these $60 rides. It's beneath you. You're going to be sitting there talking about, that ride should be paying $150, $200. Well, listen, we're not going to be there to take the rides, okay? It's not fair what they're doing, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's their business, and they get to do what they want to do, and you know what? We have to respond accordingly. Brings me back to my last point. I lost $1,288 today on that trading. Now, it's not bothering me that I lost $1,200. That's not a problem. I've done that before. What bothers me is why I lost the $1,200, $1,288 to be exact. And it's discipline and getting comfortable in my environment. I said at the beginning of the video, I had no business trading FOMC today. None. I know better. But I did it anyway. Why did I do it? Well, I felt compelled that I'm in the car, I'm out trading. I don't want to say trying to impress you or all those that are watching, but I think that had something to do with it. Because if I would have been home in my office, I promise you I would not have taken a trade today. During all that waiting, sitting and everything, I was going through the charts. There was no trade there for me today at all. So I took that trade, and you know what? We won't make that mistake twice. That's the last time that's going to happen. There'll be times in here now, y'all will see over the next 28 days as we continue on the vlog journey of 30 vlogs in 30 days. y'all gonna see there's gonna be days and I'm gonna say, well, no trade. All right, let's try to drive. Let's try to get some Uber rides in. Anyway, listen, I am grateful for every one of you. I'm grateful for you guys hanging in there with me. We're gonna do what we got to do. We're gonna keep it moving. This charge is probably gonna cost me another $15. So we are at, for the day, $64, $74. So we're at $80 again for the day, right? That's charging twice, which gets me home and gets me back up here with the wife. 30% of the battery goes to back and forth because, it's a 65-mile round trip. So, but we count that as part of our expenses here. We did too many miles. I didn't make enough dollars today. But there were no trips there that I turned away. The one trip I took, or the one trip I accepted and canceled, it wasn't safe to pick up. She's a 466 rated rider. To me, that's not safe. You're putting me in jeopardy. We're not doing that shit. I'm not getting hurt so Uber can make $10 fucking. That ain't gonna happen. So anyway, I digress. We will see y'all in the morning. Remember, keep your head up. We're all gonna get through this. However we need to get through this, we're all gonna get through this. Just know that if you set your mind on your goals, you can get there. So with that, peace, love and happiness.